Friends, this is Dr. Resam Azad, and I will teach you, guide you, mentor you for the civil services examination. But the topic which I am going to pick up, the topic I am going to teach to you, it is what? Modern Indian history. So, modern history is one of the important facet, dominating feat of the UPSC, whether it is prelims examination, whether it is mains examination, whether it is what, whether it is interview part of that. So, this is a dominating field. इसका nature क्या है? Dominating. And majority of the question always asked from modern Indian history. Modern Indian history. And what important thing you should have to keep in your mind, and what is noticeable to understand about the modern Indian history, and what is significant part regarding that from the examination point of view, what is the strategy you should have to adopt that? The topic it is written over here is India in the mid. The topic is what? India in the 18th century. The topic is what? India in the 18th, what is that? 18th century. The topic is what? India in the 18th century. So, India in the 18th century, if you are going to study about that, so this is the major part over there, and the syllabi is very well part of that, and it is segregated under what we can say, it is segregated under the 10 major sections. You should have to go for that too, because precisely you should have to understand about the syllabi, and always you should have to pay special attention to understand about the syllabus, and accordingly the question has been framed, the question used to ask over there. So, before giving to the modern Indian history and the topic which is given over here, one more concept I would like to share my view to you. So, how to study, how to read out modern Indian history. Modern Indian history is not, you can say a conventional part of that. No, you have to change the strategy to adopt the other process over there. So, modern Indian history means it is the period of modernization, it is an era of modernization. In this context, I am going to define the concept how you could recollect the whole scenario over there is what? See this map. So, I am going to draw out the map, and one more thing, it is my suggestions to you people that you should have to pay attention of understanding the map, and map is always very much useful. Map is always very much useful, whether you are going to study about the history, whether you are going to study about the geography, whether you are going to study about any national international affairs or international relations. So the map plays one of the important or major significant role over here. So this thing you should have to consider over here, and all the time it will pay you a lot. What is that? It will pay you a lot. I am going to consider about the map of India, historical map of India. In this historical map, what is significant part we find over here? This is the region of what? This is the region of it is the region of Bay of Bengal. This is what? This is Sri Lanka. And this section is what? This section is what? Arabian Sea. Arabian Sea. This is river Indus. This is river Indus. This is Narmada. This is Tapti. This is the region. So these are the river sites over here. So the history of modern India, what are the dynamics, what are the critically you should have to keep in your mind. If you talk about the complete syllabi of what? Ancient history. Ancient history. The second one is what? Medieval history. Medieval history. And the third one is what? It is what? Modern history. Modern history. The condition arises over here, why? It is what? Why modern history? Why ancient history? And if ancient history to what we can say, you switch over to the medieval history, it is what? It is a major transformation. What exactly is that? It is major transformation. It is what? Major transformation. And what do you mean by transformation? What is noticeable regarding this one? The transformation is what? The political change, the economic change, the administrative change, or you can say the cultural change. So these are the period of what? Ancient period. The major transformation has been taken place in the political system, in the economic system, in administrative system, and in cultural system. This era of transformation, you can see, switch over from the ancient to the medieval period. Similarly, before ancient period, there is also the era and age of prehistoric period. And the prehistoric period is what? That was an era, that was an age where the information, the facets of information we draw out only on the basis of archaeological artifact and archaeological remains. But if you switch over to the era of ancient period, ancient Indian history, you will find out, and this is all called historical era. Why it is historical era? There is multiplicity of approach, the multiplicity of information is also with you. So this is important significant parameter to judge about that. So every topic, every chapter, every section have a different approach. Please note it down, my friend. This is quite remarkable part over there. Every topic has a different dynamic. Every topic has been designed for the different dynamic. Understanding should be totally dynamic over there. So that is why, so ancient history to it is what? The transformation reached to condition of what? Medieval period. And same way, medieval period and medieval era also perform a very, very significant part over there. And what is significant part over there? It is what? It is again the political system, again the economic system, again the social system, and again what we can say religious or cultural system. So this is the era of transformation, and it is what? Medieval age. So if you talk about ancient age, medieval age, it is all together for the whole globe. It is what? All together for the whole globe. This understanding you should have to develop. Another important thing I would like to suggest to you, that according to the experience, according to the R&D, research and development process over there, what is that? Your approach how to proceed for history. What is significant part you should have to consider over here? Your approach. Your approach. What is important? Your approach. What should be your approach? What should be your approach? The understanding of approach is one of the crucial part. Without understanding the sense of approach, the ideas of approach, how to proceed to understand history, it is a very, very challenging task to you. Normally there is a misnomer, normally there is a myth regarding this one is history is very long, history is very, very exhaustive, history is all the time full of the dates and events. No, this is not the fact regarding that. History is an information which reveals and reconstructs the complete society, the complete economy, the complete politico-administrative system, the complete philosophical ideas regarding that. And your approach to study history, whenever you find that you have to study history, you should have to keep two things in your mind. Point number one, what is that? You should have to keep in your mind is what? It is investigation. What is history approach should be? You are studying history for the purpose of investigation. The second thing of history you should have to consider over here is what? Apart from investigation, another one is what? Inquiry. So two things you should have to keep in your mind. If the term is investigation, it means the diagnosis, it requires a proper evidence. It is not the story of the king and princess. It is not the story of what we can say dole and beat. It is It is a process of what? It is a complete process of investigation. If you talk about it is what? It is a complete process of investigation. Without this, the possibility can't be understood. So history, you should have to understand, it is what? Investigation. Suppose a person suffers from certain fever, another part of that, what used to happen? It go for the pathological work. The investigation go with that too. And investigation provide you the proper evidences regarding that. That what are the reason, what are the cause, effect and facts are also associated with that. So our approach should be investigative. The second thing should be what? It is an inquiry. If the combination of both is there, if the combination of both are there, what important thing we notice over there? Then you reach to the conclusion that history is always provided by the support system. It is the document of what? The facts. It is based on facts and evidence, and the history, the approach, whatever you are going to study for the UPSC point of view, it is completely based on facts, evidences, researches and supportive document over there. So this approach you should have to keep in your mind, then you could manage to deal with other part of that. And so far modern Indian history is concerned, if you are going to study the modern Indian history, it is most dynamic part over there. What is that? It is the most dynamic part over there. Why it is most dynamic? Why it is most dynamic? The answer should be, it is very much changing and it has changed their shape according to the need, according to the situation, according to the circumstances, and it was made applicable to running the complete politico-administrative system over there. That is one of the important part of that. So the most dynamic section is what? The modern Indian history, and that is the reason why. If you ask a question to me, why the history question in modern Indian history for the PT point of view dominates? Why the modern Indian history always dominates on the mains paper over there? Why? The answer should be that it is complete dynamic. It supports the complete scenario to reconstruct, to rebuild the history over there. Your section of the paper is what? Post-independence India. So post-independence India is what? It is a complete history to reconstruct the social system, the political system, the cultural system, the political parties and the ideology of the political parties. And if you trace out the genesis of all the political party, it had the root during the pre-independence India and the post-independence India is still in this modern age also. So this is one of the important dynamic part of that. You should have to understand about that. And the complete politico-economic system in the right, you can say, direction in the present time is what? The background regarding that is what? Again the history of modern Indian history and the constitutional act, the police administration and whatever the things are there, revenue administration, the mechanism of science and technology, all comes from the understanding of the modern Indian history. So what exactly the concept you should have to keep in your mind? Is it clear or not? You should have to keep in your mind that history is to understand and reconstruct the scenario over there. So this approach you should have to inculcate over here. One very magical, one very important thing I would like to discuss to you. During ancient Indian history, what is that? During ancient Indian history, all the foreigners, they came to India and they settled there. What is important thing? What concept you should have to keep in your mind? During the ancient Indian history, all the foreigners or invasion, what we can say, Aryans, then what we can say, the Greeks, then what we can say, the Kushana, all penetrated to the Indian region, all took entry from the northwest side. It is what? Northwestern sides. And they came and settled over here. This concept you should have to keep in your mind. After the end of the ancient period, again during the time of medieval period, what we can say, again the foreign invasion has taken place over here. Foreign invasion took place in the form of Turkish invasion in the form of what we can say, it is, you can say, Mughals. They all took and they penetrated from the northwestern sides and they settled over here. So what thing significant you should have to keep in your mind? The significant thing you should have to keep in your mind, they came and settled over there. They came and settled over there. This is the quite significant part over there. And this is what? This is the ancient period, and this is what? This is the medieval period over there. If you talk about that, all the foreigners during the time of medieval period, during the time of ancient period, they took entry from the northwestern sides. But in the modern time, what was happened over there? What was happened during the modern age? During the modern age, what significant development had taken place over there? It is what? They penetrated to this region, peninsular region. They came, and you can say they took entry to the you can say naval capacity part of that, and this is the coastal area. Yani what is that? It is the western coast of that and the eastern coast of that. This was captured by what? The Europeans. And these Europeans were Portuguese. These were Portuguese, then Dutch, then Danish, then French, and finally the British. Then finally what? Finally the British. So what is significant? What is significant, and what concept you should have to keep in your mind? During the ancient time, during the medieval time, the foreigners who came to India, they Indianized themselves, they settled themselves, except the Alexander the Great. But during the modern time, those foreigners who came to India, they never considered it, they should have to stay over here. So all backed them, and even the British finally has to leave India. So this is the dynamics you should have to understand about that. And what is the significant part is that the entry of the foreigner which took place over here is what? From the sea route over there. So why it was taken place? Because this was the age of modernization. This was the age of what? This is the age of modernization. And what is the significant part of modernization? How it took place, how it was possible that from the seafaring activity, from the sea route, they took entry over here? The answer should be it was due to industrial revolution, and this revolution has created what is that? Development of what we can say machine power, automobile power, and from this idea they came and settled to this region over there. So this is the concept I discussed to you. The next class I will be available here, and I will discuss with another dynamic and topic over there, and line by line, side by side, I will give you a complete structure over there. Thank you.